Long ago, in the heart of a vast and ancient forest, there lived a small, vibrant bird named Maya. Her feathers shimmered with hues of emerald and sapphire, and her song was the sweetest melody the trees had ever known. But despite her beauty and her gifts, Maya was not happy. Each day, she fluttered from branch to branch, her heart burdened by a deep and inexplicable sadness.
Maya wondered why she suffered so much when the world around her was filled with such abundance. The trees stretched tall and strong, sheltering her from the wind. The river below glistened with sunlight, offering cool water whenever she thirsted. Yet, inside, Maya felt a constant ache, a longing for something she could not name. One morning, as the dew still clung to the leaves and the forest was bathed in golden light, Maya perched upon the highest branch she could find and gazed at the horizon. She watched other birds soaring effortlessly through the sky, their wings stretched wide as they rode the gentle currents. Maya tried to join them, but her wings felt heavy, weighed down by her worries and fears. As she sat lost in thought, an old crow named Ashar landed beside her. His feathers were battered and dull, but his eyes sparkled with wisdom gathered from many years spent in the forest. Ashar watched Maya quietly for a moment before speaking. "Why do you look so troubled, little one?" he asked gently. Maya hesitated, unsure if her pain could be put into words. "I feel like I am always suffering," she admitted. "No matter what I do, my heart aches. The other birds seem so free and happy, while I am trapped by my own misery." Ashar nodded, his gaze thoughtful. "You are not alone in your suffering," he said. "Every creature in this forest feels pain at times. But tell me, what is it you think you are missing?" Maya shook her head. "I do not know. I have food, shelter, and friends. Yet I am afraid. Afraid of losing what I have. Afraid of not being good enough. Afraid that I will never be truly happy." The old crow smiled kindly. "Let me tell you a story, Maya. Long ago, I too was a young bird, eager to explore the world. I wanted to fly higher than anyone else, to be noticed and admired. Each day, I chased after the wind, hoping it would carry me somewhere I could finally be content. But the harder I tried, the more exhausted I became. My wings grew tired, and my spirit grew weary." Maya listened intently as Ashar continued. "One day, I landed near the edge of the forest, feeling utterly defeated. An ancient owl lived there, wise beyond measure. She saw my distress and asked me why I suffered so. I told her of my endless searching, my fear of never being enough. She listened, then said, 'Suffering comes from resisting what is. The world is always changing, and so are you. When you cling to what was or worry about what might be, you miss the beauty of what is right now.'" Ashar paused, letting the words sink in. "At first, I did not understand, but the owl taught me to observe the present moment, to feel the breeze, to listen to the sounds of the forest, to notice the warmth of the sun. She showed me how to let go of my longing and fear and simply be. Slowly, I realized that my suffering was not caused by the world, but by my thoughts, my stories about what should be, my judgments about myself, my imagining of worst possible outcomes." He turned to Maya with gentle eyes. "You too are caught in these stories. You believe you need more, or that you are not enough. But if you pause, breathe, and look around, you will see that peace is always available to you. Suffering is not a punishment. It is a teacher showing you where you are holding on too tightly, where you are forgetting the beauty of the present moment." Maya considered Ashar's words. She closed her eyes and listened to the sounds around her, the rustle of leaves, the calls of distant birds, the gentle hum of the river. She felt the warmth of the sun on her feathers and the steady rhythm of her heartbeat. For the first time, she noticed a quiet sense of contentment blooming within her. But as the day wore on and shadows grew long, Maya's old fears crept back. She worried that this peace would vanish, that suffering would return. Sensing her unease, Ashar spoke again. "Peace is not something you hold on to," he said. "It is something you return to again and again. Life will bring storms, and you will feel pain. But suffering grows when you fight against what is, when you believe you should always be happy, or that you must be perfect. Instead, accept your feelings, Let them flow through you like the wind through the trees. Trust that you are strong enough to weather the storms and gentle enough to enjoy the sunny days. Maya nodded slowly, understanding that her suffering was not a curse, but a signal, a call to return to herself and the present moment. She resolved to practice gratitude, to notice the gifts that each day brought, and to accept her feelings without judgment. She learned to sing her song, not to impress others, but to celebrate her own existence. Days turned into weeks, and Maya grew lighter. She soared higher, her wings no longer burdened by fear. When sadness visited, she welcomed it like an old friend, knowing it would pass. When joy blossomed, she cherished it, knowing it too was fleeting. Through it all, she stayed present, grateful for each breath, each sunrise, each gentle breeze. The other birds noticed the change in Maya. Her song was richer, her flight more graceful. She became a beacon of hope, showing others that peace was possible, even amid the struggles of life. Whenever a young bird felt lost or overwhelmed, Maya would perch beside them and share Ashar's story, passing on the wisdom that had transformed her own heart. In time, Maya realized that suffering was not something to be feared or avoided. It was a guide, pointing her back to the present, reminding her of the strength and beauty within. She learned that happiness was not a destination, but a way of being, a choice to embrace each moment, with all its joys and sorrows. And so, the little bird lived her days with open wings and an open heart, teaching all who would listen that the path to peace begins not by escaping suffering, but by understanding it, accepting it, and letting it lead us home. Whenever you feel burdened by pain or lost in worry, remember Maya's story. Pause, breathe, and look around. Notice the gifts that surround you, and trust that you are enough, just as you are. Suffering will visit, but it need not stay. Let it teach you, let it guide you, and let it remind you to cherish each precious moment on this journey called life.